All right, all right. Vivek, we're back.
We're back. Hey everyone, welcome back to Silent Mode Cafe. I'm Vivek. It's
Hey
been
guys,
a while.
it has been a while, Vivek. I'm Salah. We're here. Should we tell them why we're here? We're here because we like to talk about security, guys. And this podcast is really focused on privacy and security headlines, and we translate them in plain English. We're going to give you a few easy moves to stay safer without living in a panic. I know you guys are panicking.
Right before the holidays, or we are nearly in the holiday season.
We are.
Yeah. So today we have we've got some news. There's been a huge e-commerce data breach.
Speaking of the holidays,
e-com. Yes. That still matters to anyone who shops online. A company called Coupang out of South Korea.
Okay.
And even a more sensitive piece of information involving an extortion claim for involving Pornhub customer data. And then a patch now moment for Chrome and iPhones, and a new wave of AI-powered scams, which we've been talking about. The wave just keeps on getting bigger and bigger and wider and all the other stuff. I'm not a surfer, so I'm kind of,
Okay.
trying my best. But it's a big wave, is all I know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So that's it. Well,
yeah,
then
let's
go ahead and get through it. Look, before we get deep into it, Vivek, let's rip through some of these headlines, and then we'll pick a few to dive deeper, right?
Sure.
Coupang, you just mentioned, there's a class action after the breach, 33 million customers. South Korea launches additional probes around Coupang leak, which is we'll see what that's about. There's the Shiny Hunters claim that it stole Pornhub premium customer data. I'm going to leave that one alone and let you discuss that one, Vivek.
Why do all hot potato items come to me? But we will discuss it.
You've got the hands for it.
This is not an A-rated show. Just letting you know.
Okay, all right. Well, speaking of hands, Wired reports Pornhub confirmed the extortion. So definitely it has been confirmed. Apple released iOS and iPad 26.2 security updates on December 12th. So hopefully you guys are updated. They also released iOS 18.7.3 notes mentioning a WebKit issue that may have been used in a highly targeted attack. Now, I've heard a lot of noise around this. We probably won't dive into the details today, but I believe it has to do with AirPlay. Bleeping Computer says University of Phoenix breach impacted 3.5 million people. So the Clop ransomware is linked to that.
There's 3.5 million people at University of Phoenix?
Yes, I was one of them, man. 700 credit breach impacts. 700 credit lost 5.8 auto dealership customers' data.
Oh my!
Dude, Ascool, I don't even know who Ascool is.
It's a security group.
Well, that's right. Ascool, that's right. So I was thinking they were an organization. They confirmed the theft of 740K customer records in a ransomware attack. The French are in the news, man. Their postal service, La Poste,
or in English translated as The Post.
The Post was hit.
It sounds more fancy in French, I guess.
Their websites were brought down from what looks to be a denial of service attack right before the Christmas rush. People will not be able to ship things in France. So if you're in France, Santa might deliver things a little late this year. CISA, which is a cybersecurity organization, added more to their existing list of known exploited vulnerabilities to its catalog. That's being used to hack people as we speak. You and I could be under attack without knowing it. Scammers are using the really cool function of, I don't know if you guys, everyone should have fun with this one. There's this app called AI Face Swap. And it's a face swapping tool that you could get a picture of someone and face swap yourself and then do whatever you want, and it will have the face of the other person. But in this case, it was used in romance scams, including live video calls.
So please don't give money to Brad Pitt when he calls you.
Yeah.
Friendly advice.
And don't get undressed for Brad Pitt.
Please don't.
Poor Brad. I don't know. Schools are dealing with deepfake cyberbullying now. So similar to face swapping, but this one, they're using AI generated explicit images of students and they're using them for cyberbullying.
It's gone to the next level.
You and I should
It's just
stop
horrible.
predicting the things that are coming because we predicted something to this effect.
Yes, we did.
Park domains are sending visitors to scams and malware. So
yeah,
that is really bad. Okay.
we talked about it in an earlier episode where they were essentially replacing the QR code in parking lots with their own fake websites.
So, and it's getting worse, apparently.
It's getting worse. All right. So let's look at the top 4 times. So patch week, please patch now. A week. That's what it's being called because both Google and Apple have updates both on Chrome for Google and iPhone, iPad updates for Apple.
So this is one of those topics that are incredibly boring, but they absolutely matter the most, right? When these guys send updates, you really have to pay attention. Give me some more detail on this.
Well, essentially what happens is for things like, in the case of Chrome, what happened was they found an exploit in the wild, quote unquote. What that usually means is it's a bug bounty hunter who found an issue with Chrome. And then Google thought that, yes, they should really patch it. And, this is essentially what they say when they find such security issues in the wild.
So these aren't theoretical.
These are not theoretical. They're real, most likely through a bug bounty program.
Gotcha.
And a bug bounty program for listeners is companies such as Google and Apple pay you a decent amount of money if you find issues with their products and report it, and they find that, yes, it is an issue that does need to get resolved. So it's a legit program that companies offer because companies don't have all the resources and bandwidth to figure out all the security holes in their software, so they do that. The next one is on iOS with something similar, although it wasn't in the wild. I think Apple came up with security notes this month, and then Apple said, please update to the latest versions of iOS or iPadOS, depending on what you're using, so that it addresses some of the security issues. We consistently see these every week or every 2 weeks. If it's not Google or Apple, it's Microsoft, so the trifecta.
All the devices we use. Tell me, why does this stuff matter? Why does it matter?
This stuff matters because if you don't patch it, then you're running on a piece of software where your computer or your device could get compromised.
So it's like securing your front door, but leaving your window cracked, right?
Yeah, or securing your front door, but leaving the back door open.
Well, what can we do? Tell me.
Usually there are updates that happen automatically when these are pushed, at least for Apple or Google or Microsoft. The recommended course of action is keep updates on, so when the computer or your iOS device is sleeping at night, it updates automatically, as long as there's enough power on your device. If you are like me who doesn't like that happening, then just do it manually, but you have to continue doing it. I don't like it because I like to be in control of my patch updates. Again, it's a personal preference.
It's a personal preference. So for Chrome, update your Chrome probably automatically updates.
Automatically updates, yeah.
Look, one easy fix for that, just reboot your entire laptop, or computer, right? Or device. But definitely turn off and turn Chrome back on. And then for your iPhone and iPad, always, like Vivek just said, just make sure your device you constantly update daily, right? Don't be a Vivek. Vivek likes to be in control of his destiny. Just let your phone do the update on its own and then restart your phone. After any security update, typically your phone will restart, but
your device restarts, right? For the laptop.
All right. I'm rushing through that one, Vivek, because I need to get to the next topic.
Of course. The hot potato topic.
The hot potato topic. So Pornhub extortion, stolen premium user data. What's going on?
So this one is sensitive. We'll handle it respectfully also because, since Salah and I are still teenagers in the back of our Neanderthalic minds, we start cracking jokes stupidly.
I'm a 5-year-old. So this one is in your hands.
It's okay. Fair enough. See, what did I tell you? Neanderthalic teenage minds back. So what happened? Reuters apparently reported that the hacking group Shiny Hunters claimed to steal data tied to Pornhub premium customers and threatened to publish it.
Interesting.
So Reuters said it could partially authenticate a sample, whatever that means.
I see. So he was able to get a hold of some of the records, I guess.
Yes. But then how are they going to tie it back to whether they were real customers or not? What are they going to do? Call them? Hey!
Well,
Anyway.
look, this is not just the password that got leaked, right?
This was apparently Pornhub got compromised and their premium customer data got leaked out. That's what happened, right?
So this is going to turn used to embarrass some people, some possibly coercion.
Yeah, and usually it's happened before on
definitely targeted scams, right?
Yeah, it's happened before on adult-related sites. I think there was another site I'm forgetting right now. I think it might have been Seeking Arrangements about 7 years back or 5 years back.
I see.
Where it happened, they leaked the entire data out, and then people got divorced because that information came out. So it's pretty horrifying sometimes.
That's bad.
Right?
So if someone was part of that, what are some things that they could do that they should be doing anyway?
Well, I mean, if your data is out in the public, there isn't much you can do, frankly speaking.
Yeah. So, but even if you've never used this site, I turn on
two-factor. Then the recommendation is always go through a VPN.
Yeah.
So that at least it covers some of your tracks, not all, but some. And we have a separate segment on VPNs. I'll put them on your laptop or your phone. Adds a level of anonymization. I use VPNs anyway when I'm abroad, so yeah.
Yeah.
The other is, of course, a couple of other things.
Okay.
Turn on two-factor authentication.
Got it.
Use a password manager.
Yeah. The same things we ask
all the time.
If you're doing these, you're probably okay.
Yes. And change your passwords. Yeah. The usual stuff.
Yeah. And look, if you might be affected, we're not saying you're affected, but if you might be affected, change your passwords on any account that reuse that specific password. Keep in mind when a bad actor gets a hold of a password and they have your email address, which in this case, they have both, they're going to try that username password combination on everything. They're going to try to log into email. They're going to try to log into bank accounts. They're going to try to log into Facebook.
Netflix.
They're going to try and log into everything. So
yes,
be very careful with that, right?
Yes, please be careful.
Yeah. So
the third topic, and that's your side, is the Coupang breach.
Go for it. Coupang is
one of the, go ahead, Salah.
Another boring one. But this reminds us that big brands don't mean security, right? So this is not a big US brand or Western brand. We have reported on these. I think it was the last episode. We even talked about, what was it? Bloomingdale's or one of the big ones.
Yeah,
they also got hacked. So similar, right? Here, there's 33 million customers putting their names, email, and addresses and order history. Why this matters, guys, is that even without your credit card number, the fact that they have the address and order history can be tailored for very, very convincing scams, especially in today's world of AI. Like, think fake delivery, fake refunds, please confirm your address. Like, you ordered something, they know you ordered it. They might say, hey, the bag that you ordered or whatever it is that you ordered is running late, but before we ship it, please confirm your address. And then the second you respond, they've got you. So what you could do there is don't trust anything coming from, I think Coupang needs to do quite a bit here to deal with this, because folks, if you haven't impacted and you get anything related to your shipment or anything to that effect from Coupang, go directly to the real app or to their official website. I always say freeze your credit unless you know you're going to use your credit. So you could do this through many of the credit scoring companies out there, or you could have a service that freezes your credit across all of them. I personally use LifeLock for it, and I constantly keep my credit frozen as a result.
Yeah, so do I. I think it's a great service.
What else do we do? What's the next topic, Vivek?
AI, our favorite topic. It gets personal with what Salah was alluding to earlier, face swap romance scams. So if Brad Pitt asks you for cash, he doesn't need your cash. A deepfake harm at schools, which is more serious, which is more alarming because it involves kids. So unfortunately, this is a new normal, and it's not being paranoid. It's about being prepared. So what happened? Wired, again, reported a highly realistic AI face swapping tool being used in romance scams, including live video calls that look convincing. So, and then, of course, the Associated Press at the same time reported schools are increasingly dealing with deepfake cyberbullying. So students use AI to generate explicit fake images of classmates.
That's so funny. It's amazing. It's amazing that this stuff is happening. You know, I was
So
talking
fast.
to a guy. He comes from a deepfake security company, and they're really more on the authentication, the user authentication side.
Right.
But now their tech is almost fully focused on AI authentication. And during the conversation I had with them, they did, in the middle of the call, they did a live face swap with one of the other people on the call just to prove the point. And it was shockingly good. Shockingly good. You know what?
Wow.
I'm going to bring him onto this call, and we're going to get him on the next call.
That sounds scary.
It's scary, and it just goes to show how easy it is and how prevalent this tech is. And as we've always said, AI is just going to lower the barrier for scammers. I mean, now a Humpty Dumpty type of a scammer who just works his way through the low-hanging fruit now has access to be incredibly sophisticated because of AI. Which is
and they
really
usually always target, scammers always target the older.
So let's go deeper on the AI face swap, the deepfake stuff.
So I think there are some practical tips for adults and parents.
Okay.
For dating and romance, move to a verification step. So scammers hate like wave your hand over your head and say today's date, simple liveliness checks, please. I think a lot of those apps have it. Never send money or gift cards to someone you haven't met, which we've been talking about, especially if urgency is involved. And then for families, please make a plan with kids. If something weird happens, they won't be in trouble for telling you. So you need to make a plan with your kids. It's always important.
Goodness.
So those are some tips, right? Add additional verification. Don't send money to people you don't know, including Brad Pitt. And for families with kids, please make plans. And don't blame the kids, At the end of the day, you need to make a plan.
That's right. So let's go to the next one. Let's do a deep dive on how to reality check people in the AI world. And I feel like, I know, Vivek, you're going to look at this and you're going to say, we do this almost every podcast, but I think it's worthwhile. So let's dive a little deeper on the AI face swap.
Sure. So here's the vibe. You don't need to become a detective. You just need one or two reliable reality checks. So the first is a channel check. If they found you on Instagram, suggest moving to a different channel you choose. Phone call, FaceTime, or another platforms. Scammers often resist. So someone slides into your DMs, you say, hey, I'd like to talk to you on another channel. That's one. The other is liveness check. So ask for tiny natural action. Can you turn your head left and right and show your hands? So deepfake tools struggle with liveness checks.
For now.
And scammers hate interruptions, right? Because for them, it's a volume play, right?
Gotcha. They have a script.
And a script, right? So, And the third is a reasonableness check, which means any rush to secrecy, money, or urgency is your cue to slow down. Reasonableness.
Yeah. So in other words, don't fall victim to the emergency.
Yes.
Right. There's going to be a rush to just quickly get. So like you said, they're typically scripted. So throw them off their script. Say, hey, let's switch to Facebook or FaceTime, excuse me. Let's switch. Hey, do me a favor. Scratch your head. Look left.
Right.
And at the end of the day, don't give Brad Pitt your money.
Nope.
All right. So let's do some Q&A. Yeah, let's do Q&A.
So let's do a Q&A. Okay. So I got a text saying my package is delayed and I need to pay a small fee. It looked legit. What do I do, Salah?
Like we were saying, this is very holiday type bait, very classic. First of all, don't click. Second of all, go straight to the retailer's app, like we had mentioned in that previous known hack. And if you're still not sure, copy that tracking number into the official site manually. So if you get a link with a tracking number, don't click on that link. Copy that tracking number, go to the post office, FedEx, UPS, whatever it may be, not through the link. Open another tab or open a screen, open a web browser, whatever device you're using, put that in manually. And if it comes up as nothing, then you know it was a scam.
The second one is my friend says they saw me on a video call with someone I've never met. Can that be fake?
As we just mentioned, sadly, I think that person sent us before this episode. Yeah, actually, as we just said, if something like that happens, document what you can. The documentation, folks, is also important for you if it does turn into a legal issue, like you gave money away, they got a hold of your credit, right? Whatever it may be. If you had documented that is very, very useful. The other part of that is tell the trusted people that the clip may be manipulated, right? And that's important as well. And set your social accounts to more private. Look, I know it's fun to have your social open to the whole world, but for those of us who know we're never going to be huge influencers with the millions of followers, limit your privacy, limit who can see your data, like your posts, limit who can search you, limit who can add you. All that is incredibly important. And do me a favor, just stop wishing people happy birthday on social media.
Yeah.
Like if you love someone, just call them, text them.
That's such a Gen X answer, man. I'm sure you're just annoyed like the millennials, the Gen L.
My God, man. Well, the problem is that
I'm just counting how many
you're
gens
just
you're
putting out one of the most important pieces of data for someone to hack you, which is your data, right?
So don't say
on
happy
your
birthday,
social
period.
media, now they know your username. Now they know your date of birth. Now they know your email address. Now they know your habits. Like, holy cow, folks, stop sharing.
So no more happy birthdays.
No more happy birthdays. It's the death of happy birthday. I was about to say something that might offend people. What religion is that? You're not supposed to.
All right.
Onwards.
If this episode had a theme, as always, it's update your stuff, slow down for urgent messages, and add one verification step before trust.
Yeah, and look, security is never perfect. And matter of fact, even if you do everything we had asked you to do, it's still not perfect. You just need to make it more difficult and harder to be targeted. Like, don't give away your date of birth. All right, folks, I got news for you. If you're listening to this, then go to whichever app, go to the notes. We have our own Chat GPT silent mode privacy. You can only access it through the link. So please go to the notes. It's also in whichever social media you're using right now. You'll be able to get to it. So go to silentmodecafe.com to check out more of our episodes. Our link for our own Chat GPT is also on there. And you can ask it any question you want. You can say, hey, help me understand have I been hacked? Or how do I secure my home network? Or is my data out there? And it will walk you through to find out. And with that, we thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Cafe.
Silent Mode Cafe, yes. Happy birthday on the 25th to you know who.
All right. With that one, we'll let you go.
All right.